it's Pearly Delicious Travels, and I'm here with our wheatgrass in its last stage. It is ready to harvest, and look at how beautiful this is. It's so bushy and green, full of oxygen, life-giving chlorophyll. So I'm going to show you how to harvest it and juice it and tell you all about the beautiful health-giving benefits of it and inspire you, hopefully, and motivate you to start growing this and include this in your daily lifestyle routine. So I'm just using a sharp serrated knife, and I'm just going to gently pull back the grass and just slice it as close to the soil and above the little seeds, because the wheat berries are right there on top of the soil, so you don't want to get them in your hand, in your cut. You just want to slice it just above. Gently, just gently slicing, and then get a little handful, have a place to put it there. This is so exciting, being at this stage and being able to share this. You know, wheatgrass, as its name states, is part of the wheat family, but although it's a wheat product, it's actually gluten-free. And this is because the grass has already emerged from the seed grains into tender green shoots. So sprouted wheatgrass no longer contains allergen agents, such as gluten, and is therefore safe for those with gluten sensitivities and celiac disease. You can consume the juice, no problem. Just continue to cut here along. And you know, wheatgrass juice is one of the best things to detoxify and purify our systems with. It's a superfood loaded with vitamins and minerals. Now that's just about enough for our first juicing. You don't cut the whole tray, just what we need. Just what we need. All right, that looks good. So it can help purify the body, removing toxins, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents from the liver and the bloodstream. So it's time to juice. Now this is an omega juicer. I'll tell you more about it after, but it's a nice quiet juicer. This is particularly rotates at a speed that grabs the grass and will juice it. Most juicers will not juice wheatgrass because the blade goes too quickly, too fast, and it just wraps the grass around it. So these are specially made to juice all kinds of vegetables, but including the wheatgrass. So I've got just a small handful. You don't want to take too much, and we just put it, the blade, top of the blade down into the shoot here. And just kind of take it down, and you can hear it grabbing. It kind of squeaks. There we go. The chlorophyll and other nutrients found in wheatgrass help reduce cell-damaging free radicals in the body as well. Damaging free radical molecules make it difficult for your body to repair itself and can cause organ degeneration and signs of aging. So wheatgrass helps to overcome that. Wheatgrass also works with your kidneys and liver to cleanse toxins from the body. You can see the juice is starting to come out. There we go. The juice is going through this hole here, and then the grass eventually will come out here, and you'll see it's all nice and dry as it's extracting the juice from the grass. You know, sometimes our food can actually contaminate our bodies, and that's why we need to detox. And the vitamins and nutrients that wheatgrass contain assist with the extraction of toxins and boosts our gut's ability to extract nutrients from the food that we eat. I mean, it's just so full of health-giving benefits. It really is a superfood. Truly is a superfood. I'm going to juice about 2 ounces here. And that's about the amount that's good to start with, is about 1 or 2 ounces. And depending on if you're just juicing for yourself or for someone else in your family or friends, you can decide how much grass you want to cut from the tray for each serving that you're going to make. Very simple. Simple, easy, and it doesn't take a long time. I mean, if you think about when you make your coffee in the morning, or, you know, if you're making a latte or a cappuccino, this doesn't take any more time. Also, the natural ability of wheatgrass to purify the body helps our digestive system function at a more efficient level as well. And a lot of us these days, you know, have issues with digestion. And, you know, people are taking probiotics, are very highly recommended these days. But the wheatgrass actually helps the digestive system with the enzymes that it has in it, live enzymes. It aids the gut in fully extracting macro and micronutrients from our food. And that's the other thing is, you know, the gut, they say, is a second brain, and it's so important in actually extracting the nutrients from our foods. And a lot of the issues that people have these days is that we're not getting the nutrients that are properly assimilated into the system. And so wheatgrass helps with this as well, to putting the gut into a better garden, so to speak, for these good bacteria to be growing in the gut, which helps with assimilating the nutrients from the foods we eat. I got my glasses out ready to pour the wheatgrass juice into, and I have these really lovely glasses with doves on them. And you know, when you're doing this, when you're drinking wheatgrass, I suggest that you get something that's very special to you, that's very pretty or colorful, or just something nice to drink it in, as it being a special occasion, as it being sort of ceremonial. And because, you know, when we do drink wheatgrass juice and we incorporate this sprouting live food into our diets, we're creating peace. So I've got doves on my glass to represent that. So we're actually creating peace within our own lives, harmony, and, you know, that aspect. And what we do on a micro scale also translates in the world, in the macrocosm. So we're promoting peace, we're promoting harmony, we're promoting balance, and it's very beautiful. So now it's time to drink. So I'm going to pour a little bit of the wheatgrass juice into my dove glass. I'm going to save some for my friend after this. This is about, I'd say, an ounce. And I wanted to share with you that wheatgrass contains nutrients that stimulate the thyroid gland, which is a part of your brain that controls your metabolism. And as we age, our metabolism slows, as you know, thus reducing the amount of energy that our body expends. This can lead to weight gain and reduced energy. And I think a lot of people these days, with all the pressures and the stresses going on, are really experiencing low energy. So adding wheatgrass to your diet can help improve your thyroid function, boosting its efficiency, and which helps raise your metabolism, which of course increases your energy level. And for those with thyroid conditions such as hypothyroidism, adding wheatgrass to a daily juice or smoothie may benefit you. So, taste test. And you know, that's very important. I mean, when people drink wine, they do that, right? They kind of swish it around, they smell it, and it's like you're getting your body ready to receive it. And it's important to do that with wheatgrass as well. Cheers. Now I took a moment there before I swallowed because also, wow, it really tastes wonderful. It's beautiful. You want to hold it in your mouth for a few seconds, 30 seconds to a minute, and just swish it around with your tongue because your digested enzymes and juices start to flow in your mouth before we actually even swallow. This is the same with drinks, smoothies, and hard food, solid food. So that's why it's very important to chew your food. They say 100 times. Most people don't chew 100 times, but the more you chew your food and make it as liquid as possible before we swallow it, again, this helps for the body to assimilate the nutrients from the food into our system. And so that's very important with the wheatgrass. So you take a sip, you just really enjoy it, and you hold it in your mouth, and you swish it around, and then you swallow it, and it's really smooth. So that's what I would use as a word to describe this, is it's very smooth. And, you know, I invite you to experience this for yourself. And I think that you will find that, you know, you just might get hooked in a good way. So I'm going to juice a little bit more. Now that I tasted and it's so good, I'm going to show you a little variation. I'm going to juice some fresh ginger with this. Squeak! I like the sound of it juicing. Just to note, be careful putting it down. That, like I said, you don't put too much. Kind of hold it, let it grab, because it can, if you're not super careful, it can grab the grass and it just goes around the blade, and then you've got to undo it and take the part that's wrapped around the blade and kind of start all over again. It's a bit of a pain, so you just have to be you can see how I'm doing it. Just be careful. You take not too much at a time. Now, wheatgrass juice also is great for lowering cholesterol. And you know, high cholesterol in the body leads to poor blood flow and heart disease. So it's very important to take measures to lower our cholesterol. And by introducing wheatgrass to a high-fat diet, you could experience a significant reduction in bad cholesterol, as well as a positive improvement in good cholesterol, which is the HDL. So wheatgrass can help reduce your risk of heart disease caused by high cholesterol in a natural and organic way without medication. The less medications we can take, and hopefully none at all, the better. Natural is always, always best. And the detoxifying properties of wheatgrass stimulate the production of a compound called glutathione in the liver, which helps reduce the amount of bad cholesterol, the LDL, in the blood. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that amazing? So now I have a piece of fresh organic ginger here. I have peeled it. And you can see it's just a small piece, not too much. I'm just going to plop that in there. Crush it, just crushes it right up. And you know, as we approach cold and souffle season, it can wreak havoc on our body's immune system. Incorporating wheatgrass into a healthy diet can also help reduce our risk of contracting a cold or the flu. So important these days with the virus that is wreaking havoc all over the world. Wheatgrass, with its naturally high levels of vitamin A and C, more vitamin C than 2 oranges, and twice the amount of vitamin A per serving than carrots, wheatgrass can help ward off illness. A single 2-ounce serving of wheatgrass per day can give your body the extra vitamin boost you need to keep colds and the flu at bay. You may even see a reduction in your chances of contracting a more serious respiratory condition such as bronchitis or other respiratory illnesses, which also are so prevalent today with what's going on with the viruses. Now, I do want to state a disclaimer. I am not, I'm not a doctor. I'm not prescribing. I'm not making any claims here. So I just want that to be clear. But what I am saying is that, this is a natural way. The health-giving benefits of wheatgrass are, So now I'm going to pour the wheatgrass juice that has the ginger juice in it as well. And adding the ginger juice to the wheatgrass, just boosts up those superfood properties like 1,000%. Both of them are like top of the mountain superfoods. And ginger is used for everything between cancer, diabetes, Alzheimer's, gastrointestinal problems. Everything you can imagine. It's been used for centuries, ginger has. And I invite you to Google it and look up the health benefits of it, because it's just too much to mention all of it now. But when you combine it with the wheatgrass juice and then you drink it this way, again, you're making it in a form that's the most easily assimilatable form to get into your bloodstream and your system to give you those health-giving benefits. So, cheers. Still has that really smooth essence to it, but it's got a bit of a bite with the ginger. And so you want to maybe start easy with it, depending on how spicy you like things. Some people like hot and spicy. You can use less or more, depending on your own personal preference. For me, that amount I put in there, that little piece, is just perfect. It's just nice. It is spicy, but it is just delicious.